announce to all South Africans, Africa and the world, that we have declared 12th of April a National Day of Action. We are happy to report that there already are many civil society organizations on board, as well as South Africans who have indicated that they identified with this cause. They have expressed their willingness to do everything within their power to make the National Day of Action a success.
It is high time that the state security agencies stand on the side of the people and on the side of democracy, and for them to protect us, because we know that we are dealing with the character here in the president who is not going to go down without a fight. And if that is the case, we need to ensure that we've got all our ducks in a row, but we are really calling for calm and for peace, and for us to express ourselves in a manner which does not sabotage our democratic dispensation. So as the IFP joins this mass action on Wednesday, we go there on that premise to say we want a situation which is going to be in the best interest of the country.
With regards to the effectiveness, what we've seen down in Durban and around the country on Friday, where masses of people from all walks of life, civil society, different religious groups, political parties, came together to say to Mr. Jacob Zuma that South Africa is not for sale. In what is purported to be a move for radical economic transformation with regards to the cabinet reshuffle, what Mr. Zuma currently is doing is bringing about radical economic destruction. As the ACDP, we are saying that South Africa is not for sale to the highest Gupta bidders. We want our country back, and for this reason, the ACDP will be joining all of the other political parties, opposition parties, in the motion of no confidence that will be tabled at Parliament.
The most important thing is mobilization and conscientization of people. And we have to understand that the process of mobilization is a process. So you may have a march on Wednesday, but it does not mean that you will achieve what you seek to achieve in one day. It's a process, raising the consciousness of people, their awareness about the issues that impact on their lives. So we believe that marks the beginning of a process that should at all times anchor on those matters that impact on the material conditions of their lives.
The negotiations and discussions around the motion of no confidence are ongoing. There have been a number of ANC leaders and MPs who approached our leader, Mmusi Maimane, indicating that they would be willing to support a motion of no confidence and they would speak to some of their colleagues. So those discussions are ongoing. I think it's important to note that the lobbying is not only coming from us as politicians. We've received literally thousands of emails, phone calls, SMSs from members of the public pleading with us as MPs to support that motion of no confidence. Also, as we saw last Friday, there were mass protests in every single city in South Africa of people saying that they don't want to be led by Jacob Zuma. So if they don't listen to us, at least as fellow politicians, we hope that they'll listen to those South Africans who have made their voices quite loud and want to be heard in that they do not want to be led by Jacob Zuma.
The Constitution says if there is more than one candidate for the position of the president, voting shall take place secretly. But when it's time to remove the president, we must remove the president through a show of hands. But during nice time, I mean, Putin is nice time. During nice time, there must be a secret ballot. But during difficult time, there shouldn't be a secret ballot. And we think that is inconsistent with our constitution. Why a secret ballot? Why are people voting secretly? And if we provide that answer, that the answer is people should be free to express themselves, then people should be free to express themselves when removing the president, because they won't be free if there is a show of hand. You are being intimidated now when you have not even voted against the president. Imagine if you have voted against the president and it is now confirmed that you voted against the president. It will move from intimidation into killing. So the courts have got a responsibility as well to protect us members of parliament and members of the public.
It's important for the members of the ANC to understand that, and all other political parties, you take the oath of office in your own name and right, and the consequences thereon will stay with you for the rest of your life. So you can't tomorrow plead that no, it was a democratic decision, and I did this because it was a democratic. You took the oath. Stand up for what you believe in. And so, really, members of the ANC must not be intimidated by Jackson Mthembu. He will not carry the consequences for them. And he has no power to do anything. If they dismiss anybody, then the court will instate them.